Hello guys, welcome back to another what if video. As you see in the background, on the background picture and everything, this will be part 2 on what if Asta was Bon and Elaine's son. As I want to make things clear in this, in the last part I had kind of like a rustling voice and all that noise in the background. I'm apologizing for that a lot. So yeah, as I probably will sound a little bit like that in this video too, because that's just how powerful my mic is on my headset. It can really pick up sound really good. So yeah, I'm really sorry about that noise if it annoyed you, but yeah, let's just now, except for apologies now, let's get right into the what if. As it will begin, as I said, last where we left off it was when Asta presented himself to the Silver Eagles. Actually, it was right after that. As Asta now, let's go right back to that, as Asta now says, "Hi, my name is Asta. Nice to meet y'all." As he kind of have that Bond's goofy look, kinda. And then when he says that, not real, but he will have like present himself, say, "Hi, my name is Asta." As they would ask the man for a family name, I said, let's just call me Fairy. No, I don't know what to call him yet in his last name. So would think about it a long time, then would say, just call me. No. As he would say when they ask for a last name, as then although everyone would say, but you must be a noble, so what's your last name? I said, my name is Asta Fairy Twig, if you want to know. So kinda sketchy said I don't really like that last name. It kinda doesn't sound good at all. As now all the girls would say like, it's beautiful. I was just like, what? Then I said, guess it's just as beautiful as you are. As to be like, ah. So that's really what I said. Say, it kind of be red in the face, but not really. Say, oh God, I did it, didn't I? So now, he has got his shoulder on the place, as Nosal did it personally. Let's say that neither Sol hadn't met Asta yet. As Nosal gave the tour because he wanted to show Asta everything around. So now, he would show him his room and everything. Asta would be like, get a nice place still though. As it decides to just be in his room, kind of stay there until Nosal says, kind of say, well, if there's anything you want, as Nosal said, if there's anything you want, I'll be down there in where everyone else is. I said, oh, well, thanks. If there's anything you want to ask me, I'm just still gonna stay in my room for now. As Nosal be like, okay. As Asta now turns the pillow, like he still floats on the pillow and all that. As he just kind of tries the bed, he's like, whoa, it's so soft. As he looks at the pillow and kind of asks, can you be that soft? As the pillow will turn to guardian form. And look at him, kind of look at the pillow, kind of touch it, kind of with it, kind of dragon paws and that. As he would just, As he wouldn't make a noise, but he would kind of look like he was wondering about it, that he has turned a pillow. Also say, oh, maybe I figured out this, then we'll try to sit on it and speak. Whoa, you're so soft now. As he get the spirit, like the spirit soul be like, heh, that better won't take my master from me. I won. He would just think it just like that. Oster decided, oh wait, I guess I gotta get a letter to my mom and dad now. As then he decides to write the letter. When he's done, he said, but how am I gonna get it back? Then Nosal will knock in the door. Asta like, come in. Says, oh, Asta, I forgot to tell, if you want to send a letter back home, here's an eagle. No, here, there's like we have like transport birds. Just need to whistle or anything. Here's a whistle for them. I said, okay. And then it's whistles, and now all the birds would just come to him, as they all deemed him worthy of them. To like be his, there's it, like send a message with them. And the soul be like, oh, us. This would look at us say, you're really something else. Asta, us. What do you mean? Then Nussel said, well, no one, never has anyone been able to whistle all the birds to them. I was like, what? As then the Nussel sees one special bird coming. It's like, wait, that's, as he would just kind of be in shock and be like, what? I was like, what is it? He said, that bird, it has never chosen anyone before. As that bird would be the one to be the most eager to send Asta's message. As it won't be an eagle as the most of them, he said that, but that's how? I was like, what is it? I said, it's a pilgrim's falcon. I think that's it, the English name of it, but I know the falcon part, but I think it's called pilgrim or falcon. Yeah, so it would be a blue, exactly like the blue look and all that. It is so cool. I love those birds. They're my favorite birds. I was like, oh well, guess I gotta choose it. As then it said, as the bird will sit on his shoulder now, kinda relaxing. I said, you're a precious one, ain't you? As the bird was, as then said to the other bird, sorry, but I think I've chosen my message bearer. As the wheels go back now, like fly away. I was like, what should I call you then? As now Nuzzle with his sleeve said, oh well, guess you gotta can send everything about that home now. I said, yeah, thanks though for telling me and giving me that whistle. So then he says, what should I name you? As the bird would say, look at him, kinda confused. I said, well, I can't just leave you unnamed if you're gonna stay with me. The bird would kinda nod in agreement. Then us would be like, oh, I know, what about Horus? As yes, I will name him after the Egyptian god that has a head of this falcon. I have a falcon head, pilgrim's falcon, I think especially. I said, what about Horus? Said the bird was nodding in agreement. I said, that's a wonderful name, ain't it? Then he says, oh well, do you mind taking this letter back to mom and dad? As the bird was kind of know where it was because he could sense it. I said, oh yeah, how long will it take? As the bird was not kind of look at him as a spatial portal will open. And yes, kind of all the message birds and all that have like a spatial magic or something, so they could travel and send the letters quickly. As the bird was now flew like right towards Elaine and Bond's house, as they was kind of Elaine was kind of drying all the clothes like washed and all that. And then she would see the bird and just dropped a letter and kind of sitting on her shoulder now. The bird was, as Elaine was walking in, said, what is about this letter? Then she would see Asta's weird texting, because he would have a mixture between the fairies' letters. No, he wouldn't have that. No, he wouldn't have that problem at all. But it would still be, yeah, she would just say, oh, a letter from Asta, huh? And then she'd look at the bird and say, so you're Asta's, so who are you? As the bird would say, kind of point at the letter as Asta would have called her down about as fast note about who the bird was and all that. It's like, oh, she must be one of us, Asta's, your Asta. She wouldn't read the letter yet. As she just walks in and said, Bon. She said, yeah, what is it? She said, we got a letter from Asta. As she said, oh yeah, is he in trouble or something? She said, no, he's not like you, God, for God's sake. Bon said, what do you mean? He said, you, because he doesn't get in trouble just like you do. As now, Elaine will just open the letter as Bon will kind of peek over her and read the letter from so as she would be like, oh, so he got into all Medic Knight squads? She'd kind of be glad about this, but not really surprised that Asta got all the Medic Knights raised. Because it was Asta. Of course, she would get all hands. And then onward, then she was like, oh, so then she saw like read the letter about everything. Asta explained everything, that everyone was so nice towards him. As then they demanded a noble family name. And she decided to name it Fairy Twig in the heat of the moment. She'd be like, huh, that's a kinda nice name. Though, let's say that as Ostis came up with that spot because he was kinda a fairy noble, a fairy royal actually, and just had to come up with a name quick because they in Fairy King's Forest no one had last names. Like seriously, I can't find any last names in fair like Black in Seven Deadly Sins. Or some may have it, but not everyone. Like not any one of the main characters, like Elizabeth or King or Anne or Elaine or Braun. So I asked me Fertvig as he would speak. That's kind of good name though still. For him just to come up with that, that's pretty good. Guess I definitely didn't get that from you, Braun. I was about to say, what do you mean? She would say, well, you just came up with a silly name. She would kind of smile at this and all that. I was about to say, hey, I wouldn't come up with a silly name. She would say that, yes, you would. Sorry if you hear that clicking, oh god. I'm sorry but I just made a mistake when I'm currently playing Minecraft on my computer while recording this, so yeah. You might hear some stuff about me raging, because yeah. But yeah, she would just laugh, as Elaine would have just laughed and say, well, you are not good at giving names. As Spawn would say, oh, so what did he decide to name us? As he wouldn't have read about the fairy twig part, she would say, well, guess we're fairy twigs now. As Spawn would say, we're what? As she like, what do you mean? I'm a fairy, and Aust is a fairy too, so we're the fairy twigs. Fairy twig family, it sounds kinda good though. Had a nice cling to it. As Spawn would say, I hate to admit it, but you're actually kinda right now. So like then Elaine would say, there, don't need to be so mad and all that all the time. As Bond would say, I'm not mad at all. She'll be like, oh, but you are, I can see it on your face. As Bond would say, oh, guess I'm kinda mad. He got to name our family, when I didn't. She'd be like, well, he was pushed to give a last name, so I'd come up with the heat of the moment. And then I should just read a part about the birds. Oh, so you're Horus, huh? Horus, I don't really know. Yeah, Horus. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, as the bird was kind of nod and all that. As then she'd be like, oh well. As then she just writes something on the backside of the letter, puts it back in the fold, kind of like thing. As she said, just give this to Asta, will ya, Horus, and watch always watch over him. Horus was kind of nod, so like, please, man, ma'am. Of course I will watch over him. He's my master. As now as Bond will say, hey, let me write something too. Said Black, don't write anything silly so he gets embarrassed by all the others. Bond will say, hey, since when it's Elaine will say, I dare you to finish that sentence. He was kind of small and say, oh yeah, fine, I won't write anything silly. I was gonna complain about the last name. Like, oh well, guess I can accept that at least. As now issue has to give the letter back to Horse, now Bottom has put it back in the folder. I'll say, give this to Asta. As Horse would just nod and open the portal and just flew away again. As Bottom will say, guess that's something, huh? Kinda like flies away. open a portal, and that's some prismatic for a bird. Elaine would say, yeah, it kinda is. In agreement, she would just nod a lot. As now, Asta would get no. The horse would just swap to Horus' perspective as she kind of flows through the space portal. As the new space portal opens next to Asta, I was like, "Oh, so you're back already, Horus?" As Horus would just nod. As then we see a letter, and it was read where Elaine said, "Well, guess you're on the good night squad with good wind rages. All that. Guess it'll be good training for you." But then she would note said, "But don't forget to never tell anyone about your wings or anything, and about who you are." I said, asked would understand and say, "Of course not," as he thought. He wanted to send a letter back to just answered by that because that's kind of silly to just do just for that single purpose. As now, Oswald go back now because it was kind of like night time, so we just go back near down for dinner. As now Nebra and Sol would be back. So let's say that they were on a mission. They'll see, as they would see Austin say erase that he was a new recruit. They decided to not just leave him be for now. As Noel said, was woke up to say mission report, so as they would say explain everything. Then they would ask about Austin. Said, "But who is he?" I said, "Oh, that's our new recruit." It's like, okay. As they felt like maybe we can bully him. As Nussel would see the look and said, "Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you." As to say, "Why?" He said, "Because that kid has unusual abilities that no one else had before." Like, what? I said, "Yes, so please don't bother him, really." As they just walk up to present himself, Oz said, "Oh, by the looks, I guess you're Captain Nussel's siblings, so related to Captain Nussel." He said, "Yes, we are actually his siblings." Osm said, "Oh well, nice to meet ya, I guess." As it would kind of be like this as the brother, but why is he so cocky? No, he wouldn't be kind of cocky, but why the brother? Why is so lightweight, kind of? As I know I'll say as a lot, but us just didn't really care about him. He just eat up his meat. They said that he had his like he sat on a pillow. He sat on his pillow, kind of like had on the bench and all that. I still wouldn't notice this. He sat on something. Then I said, I guess I'm finished now. As he just straight up stand up and stood up and stretched himself. Then I snapped his fingers. The pillow starts to float. Asta sits down and said, "Oh, I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. I'm going to bed now." I see now he just yawns. But he hides it as much as he can. As Nocel, like, saw the never be like, what? This would be still kind of surprised by this, and like, he had a what now? As Nocel was spoke up, "Oh, guess you all have seen it, huh?" "Yes, he's unusual, but it's not in my place to explain everything about him. I don't even know everything about him yet. As you have to wait until he wants to explain, or maybe you can ask him nicely next morning." Like, yeah, we definitely gonna ask him sometime later on. Osles went back to his room now. As the next morning, no, he just went back to sleep now, kind of still falling asleep right. And he was in the door as the guardian will like personally transform his one part of the pillow to the guard, like the real guardian form, just open the door for him, close the door and kind of lock it. Yes, he wouldn't lock it because he'd asked when it want to disturb when he's sleeping. As Horace, oh yeah, Horace would stay in Asta's room for now. As Asta wouldn't need the whistle anymore, but he would still have it just in case anything happened. as Oswald still sleep kind of on the Guardian, but the Guardian lowered himself so he was on the bed still. So yeah, as now Oswald rolled off the Guardian in the night, as the Guardian was turned to still be a pillow, but just turn off the bed now. Well, not turn off the bed, it was kind of float off the bed now as Asta was laying on the bed. Guardian turned to Guardian form. It will be really creepy. No, it will be really weird now what I'm about to say, but still. Just imagine a mini, like in Ignil, just kindly takes Asta's, like, the, what is it called? Wait, hold on. As like the mini Guardian, yes, Asta's Guardian's form was try like kindly and gently just grab the quilt. I think that's how you pronounce it, like pronounce it and all that. As I checked it up, it's called quilt, and yeah, as here kindly lays it on Asta. Asta will now falling asleep deeply. As in the next morning, he was woke up by Horse that's pecking on him. As Osbeck, oh, what is it, Horse? As Horse would just kind of open his mouth, like he made some gestures. Osbeck, oh, so you're hungry, huh? Then he was wonder what he should do now. Then I realized that wait, I had some. He didn't have anything, so he said, "Oh well, guess I gotta go get out and get some." Then I realized that he doesn't have any money or anything. Then he walked down to eat breakfast. As now he had us said, "Well, maybe you can tag along, Horace." As Horace would just kind of agree. As now he said to Guard, the pillow said, "I can walk now. You can turn back to a spear." No, he said, first form, Voldegold. As he turned her spear, us said, "Yeah, just keep a roll profile when you're following me." Now us would just hold the spear and walk. As when he started to walk, his tiredness would kind of like draw off. As now he was walking to the hall, he was kind of like when everyone else was already awake. He's like, "Oh god damn, I overslept. Did I oversleep?" As now Noselvids woke up and said, "No, you didn't really." I was like, "Oh well, good, good, thanks. Thank God I didn't do that. That would be hell of embarrassing to do it on your first day." I still said, like, yeah, it probably was, so you don't get a mission today, so I kinda just let you sleep now. I was like, thanks, I really needed it. As he would still be tired of all that 6 month training. As he would just kinda like get more and more awake, like for each time he was awakened, he slept shorter and shorter. So yeah, as no, I really gotta quit that. As so yes, Asta now he sits down, like eats. Let's say that they had toast, kinda. As just have some toast and kind of breaks it to like some small like spreads like bird, no small as oh god, I forgot that word. I see them just make crumbs of some of the toast and just take it on a tablet. I would say to Horace, "Here you go, Horace." Horace was immediately hunching on all these crumbs. As everyone would notice the bird and be like, "What the? It's not an eagle. Why is that bird following Asta so much?" As Gonzalez would just tell Asta that me, as he would say, ask Asta later on. As she said, "I don't want to answer everything here. Really. So many questions about Asta, so he has to answer them now. I ain't gonna answer any more questions about him." As now everyone just walk to Asta and ask about everything, start to ask questions. Asta said, "I really don't want to put up with this now." Then he says, "Can you just leave me alone? I'm just woke up." As they will see how tired Asta looked, as like, "Oh yeah, sorry." As they swap down. then Asta would stand kind of after Asta had eaten up and all that. He would just stand like say to the spirit like pillow. He would say pillow. No, he said second form, pillow. No, he wouldn't say anything. The spirit knew what he wanted. His as he sat down on it and kind of floated up higher than. So he would say, "Oh well, to answer your questions for us." Then I said, "Oh well, I guess I can answer your questions now." I said, "Everyone that has a question, please raise your hand." As kind of everyone did, as never Soul was kind of like walking out after they was out doing some patrolling. They would see that Asta floating around as they would ask what's going on. Nocel would say that, well, if you have any question for him, you should probably reach up your hands now. As they reached up their hands, as he would say, it pointed at the one person and said, "So, what's your question?" He's like, "Why does that bird follow you?" No, he was first asked. No, he was first asked, said, "What is that weird pillow of yours and where is your grimoire?" Also, like, this is, also like said, it's kind of hard to explain, but guess it's easier if I show you. Then he snaps his finger, said, "First form, Voldigode." Then he says, "Scrolls." As now the kind of part of the handle of the spirit spear was turned into two different scrolls. As they would see this, asked would say, "As you see, my spear has some odd, weird things it can do. You may call it a new, like, it's kind of like a replacement for my grimoire. And as you see, I have different spells on here. I prefer not to use them because I really don't need to." Then he says, "Oh, and also, if you want to check that if it's really a grimoire or not." Then he snaps his finger again as the skull takes in as the handle is kind of clean now. And you know that kind of like Stone also, if you don't believe me, it's two four-leaf clovers on each side. If one four-leaf clover on each side, if you see. As now they see this, as to be like, well, next as now a girl, as he will see a girl and is raising her hand. No. Next question he was look at the he was said to Nebra Salt said they would say, "We have the same questions." I was like, "Oh, well, let's hear it." As they would say, "Who are you? You're not. Are you from? Or are you really from here?" I also said, to simply put it, no, I'm not from here from the beginning. As I said, I don't know. My parents never told me about it or anything. And it never came to my mind to ask about that, so I don't really know what to answer that question. As they were like, "Oh well." Then I said, "Oh well, next." As now he would see a girl raising her hand. I was like, "Oh, what's the pretty like you wondering about me?" As no, she would ask, so he would kind of like float down. And she said, "So what's a pretty girl like you wants to ask me?" She would kind of blush and say like, "Well, I was wondering why do you have a bird around you?" I was like, "Oh, it's my message bird apparently." I don't really know the details, but Nusul said that it had never chosen one of before or anything. But when Ivy sold, every bird came, and this one just decided to just look odd and kind of cool. It was the only not bird that wasn't an eagle there, so I kind of chose it because I'm an odd one. So I just like it really. She'd be like, "Oh really?" I said, "Yes, I really like it." Then she would ask, "So do you have a name for it?" I said, "Yes, its name is Horus." She'd be like, "Wow, that's a really pretty name." She said, like, "Can I pet it?" I said, "That's up to Horus." Horus wouldn't say anything. He just kind of jumped down to Asta's hand, no, Asta's arm. As she would like, I said, "I guess that's a yes." I, as the bird wouldn't say anything, as the guard would just reach out and kind of clap and like stroke the Horus a little bit, as Horus would kind of like this. I was like, "I guess it's like you." Kind of smiles at her, like kind of lovely, kind of so. So yeah, I said an honor silver eagle skirt. I was making that up to. Yeah, as now Asta would say, oh well. Then he snaps his fingers, the spear just turns the pillow now. Asta floats up as horse now jumps back on his shoulder. As the I said, oh, it's for next. Is then he will see some guys like there's a group of everyone raising hands in a special question. I said, okay, so do you have what questions do you have? He said they have the same question. I said you can discuss that. As they discuss to each other, they will say yes, we have. I said like, also say okay, let's hear it. As they will say, what's up with the spear? Why can it change forms? Asta said, I don't know. It might be part of my magic somehow. That's why it can change form and everything. No, will I just accept this as an answer? Because then cause everyone just knew that Asta didn't lie about it or anything. So yes, this is when the questions time is over. I said, well, if that's everything, I guess I gotta go. So we say, for that, should I go to sleep? Then I thought, no, I gotta do some training maybe. Or just chill around. As then said, then we just float down, turn the pillow, not have the like floating on the pillow. As he would just ask, walk up to Nussel and say, Nussel, Captain, do you have a library here? He said, yes, I can show you there. I said, thank you, Captain. As Nussel just gladly show him there, I said like, oh. And then we see all the books, say, whoa, so many books, it's gotta be fun reading this. Kind of smiles and all that. As Nussel said like, it's rare to see a smile, I've never seen a smile before. I said like, well, as now he realized that he smiled, said like, oh, sorry about that. I really don't smile often. I'm not like that type of person. It's not unsolved. Like, oh well, guess I gotta let him have this maybe, something. As then, no, he wouldn't say anything like that. He would say, oh well, guess he's just like that. As then he just leaves us to like, I gotta be here. I'm gonna be here the whole day, probably reading stuff. As for why, if you're wondering why Asta wanted to get to the library, he just wanted to read something if there were any stories about the Fair King's Forest or anything like that. As he decided to just read it about foreign, like other countries and all that, as he would find nothing about it. As he would read everything about those different countries and all that, as it would take like kind of hot the whole day. As Noselvius come back when it was night, as also would have lit some like lights, some of the lights on, like the candles actually. And so he could read as Noselvius walk down to a kind of grab his shoulder and said, Asta, are you really gonna stay here the whole night? Asta would look up and say, oh, what do you mean? And then he looks out and says like, oh wait, it's so dark now. Asta says like, yes, it's 11. It's almost midnight now. Asta like, what? They say, oh god damn, I gotta go to sleep now. As now puts the books like, Asta said, do you mind if I take those books to my room? He said, no. Yes, Daddy put them back in the library later. He said, thanks. As now he would have like a bunch of books there. As Asta would have them to read. As went back now, I just go to sleep immediately. Like for real, quickly. Now goes to sleep in this bed. As I just be used to sleep in a bed now. As he would just leave this turn the spear into a spear and all that. So yeah. As the next day he decided to like he needs to do something for Horus to make a good nest for him maybe. As Horus had just been sleeping on the kind of like the part like the window shield. He don't have any place to sleep or anything. So yeah, as now Astor blessed What is it now? Next morning, Asta they really woke up and just saw Horace kind of sleeping badly. Asta realized that, oh shit, I haven't made a house for Horace yet. So then I asked Horace, but how you want it? As now he just had, let's say that he had a book with like pictures of some good bird's nest or anything. As he shows them to Horace, said like, Horace, you can pick here. As his turns the pages. No, first he would say, oh, Horace, you can pick one. I said, Horace, if I should probably build your home already, but I want you to pick one. As now opens a book and said, here, I can show you pictures. Just pick on that picture kind of like gently so you don't break the page or anything when you like that one. As they would just scroll through the whole book kinda, when the last page was, where it was a bird's nest with kind of like a pillow, like a kind of pillow thing. I was like, oh really? You like that, huh? The bird was nod. I was like, oh well. Let's just say that so, but those materials, I don't have them now. Huh. As Nocelle would just knock on the door, I was like, come in. As just now walks up to the door and opens it. As Nocelle will say, oh, good morning. As must say, morning, Captain. As what is now? What did I say? As he was Nocelle said, like, here. I was like, what? As Dennis drops the pay, said, here's your pay. As if I thought you might need it to build a nest for your bird. I was like, thank you, Captain. He said, no problem, Asta. Really, it's no problem. So yeah, as now Asta will be like, oh, thanks still. As they said, oh well, guess we have the money now. As he looks at Horace. So let's just buy everything you want. As he just takes the remembers the picture. Oh no, he just takes a paper and just draws the picture off it with that's how he is told him everything that he needed. As that said, come on Horace, you gotta go pick what colors you want on it. Horace was kind of smiling and might kind of be happy about this. That's it. The spirit just follows him. Asta's like, oh well. As Dennis said, oh well, guess I can take you there, but just float around me, okay? Don't cause any trouble or anything. As they would say, as the spirit wouldn't do, couldn't answer or anything, but Asta knew that, kind of agreed to this. And also still kept that hoodie about his back and everything, because the mantle to keep his back hidden, his wings and all that hidden. As Asta now would just kind of walk out from the base, everyone would be surprised, like, but where's he going? As Nala said, oh, he's going on a shopping round. Like, what? I said, yes, he needs to buy stuff for his bird. He needs to build a nest for him. As Asta now goes to take the sewing shop with all the oh god, I don't know what it just is, but yeah, everything that he yeah, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say here. I can't even figure out on my main language, my Swedish language here. I can't even get that name out now on my Swedish, so I can't use any translating app anymore because I forgot the goddamn word. But yeah, you know what I mean. He needs to make a pillow and everything. As she said, oh well, you can pick the color of everything. As he was walk out there, as Asta see like, then you see the red and gold that draws as Horace react to say like, nah. As the bird was kind of said, nah, not really. As then they came across a dark blue color, pretty similar to Horace's uh, feather color, a dark blue feather color. As here says, picks at Asta and shows him that. Asta like, oh, that's great. Then he said, now for the string. What color do you want on the string? body was kind of horses as they walk to the strings section, as horses sits on Asta's shoulder for now. As when they're looking at the strings and a lot, then he will see like he wouldn't pick a like dark blue again or anything because that would kind of be bad looking. But it would be like a it would be as it would be a black string. As horse would fall for that black string. As us would be like, oh well, guess we got all the like everything within. Not for the stuffing. This went to the stuffing section. As us would tell the like the one that's gave them advice about everything. He said like, oh, it's not for me, it's for my bird here. Like, oh. Then he would say, oh, then for the bird nest and everything. Um, do you have decided on what bird nest you want? Us like, yes, he has. Then he said, oh, now we just gotta find the stuffing and everything. Us like, oh, really? As now said, well, as he shows them to the stuffing section, as now the horses tries out everything. As he decides to go for the classic one, I think it's called Bummel or something like that. He just went for that one. As like, everything done now. As yeah, now they just kind of go back to the base after shopping. He just quickly goes to his room and builds start sewing on the nest. It will take the whole day. As the girls will see like all the text. Yeah, it's called textile or something like that. As Asta grabs it, they will wonder will he do. As they asked if he knew how to sew. He said, yes, I knew how to sew. They would ask, so what you gonna do? I said, oh, I'm gonna build a bird nest for my little bird. A Horus here. It's like, oh, that's so cute. I was like, bird and fish. What? I say, oh well, guess I gotta go now. I said now, well, hurries up because here it is that he turned red in the face. I was like, why did I've never turned red in the face when I talked to other girls before. Why did I turn red in the face now? Maybe it's because they were so gentle, or because they were so cute, or anything. Maybe it was because I got embarrassed about building a bird nest for you, Horus. As Horus was kind of wondering too, like, why did he get turned? Why did his mustard turn red now? Then also we get to sewing on his bird nest and everything. I said it'll be pretty cool when it's done. I can't really describe it or anything, or draw it or anything, so I can't like make you imagine how it looks or anything. It's really hard to explain it, but it's pretty cool. As for the edges, that will be like a black, like fused, like forced a twin string or anything, so it will kind of stick out. So it just won't just be like the black cross things. So yeah, as now he would be done to show it to Horus. Horus would like it immediately. Also said, so where do you want it now? As Horus would just point like fly and like land on the kind of try to land on the point where next the table next to Astas. Us like, oh really? Then just put like takes away everything on it and just puts Horus nest on there. Well, here you go then, Horus. Horus will be really happy about this now. As the nest was done, as now Noselber's knock on the door, asked like, come in, Captain. Noselberg, wow, so how did he know that it was me? He said, well, you're the only one that has knocked on my door and everything yet. Like, yes, then he says, are you done with the burners? He said, yes. As then he said, may I see it? I said, of course. Then he just moves about and he sees the bird nest. He was like, whoa, it's so majestic and awesome. I was like, yes. Anything for Horus here. He's pretty special too, you said. So yeah. So he needs something special. As Nussel be like, yeah. then would also compliment Asta on his sewing skills. I was like, it's really nothing. He said, well, you really should be commended by this. It's really great sewing and everything. I was like, please don't do this. It's embarrassing. As Nuzzle be like, since I'm the captain here. I I don't care if it's embarrassing for you or not. I get to exploit you as much how I want. I was like kind of mad at the say like, Argh. Then it was calm down and everything. Like, oh yeah, I guess you have the right to do that. Then another knocking on the door. As no, let's say that Nosalvus said, oh well, I was about to check in on the nest and how it went and everything. I was like, oh, thank you. As the captain said, well, we'll hopefully get some missions for you soon. I was like, yay. No, he didn't say that out loud. He was for that, yay, finally some missions. As then when after Nosal had walked in, well, no, walked out and everything, a couple of minutes later, he would hear another knocking on the door, but it will be later. Then he said, come in. Us they wouldn't hear. Us like, oh, guess they didn't hear. Then he opens the door. Then he sees all the girls from before. It's like, so what can I do for you, my young ladies? It's like, well, we just wondered if you needed help with the sewing. I said, oh no, I don't need it. I'm actually finished already. They were like, what? I was like, yes. If you look here, as now they will see how Asta's sewing was, like the bird nest. As they would see the horse sitting there majestically, kinda. As they would say, can we? As they would try to like, snatch the nest, look at all the sewings. But instead they were met with the angry bird as kinda like picked them, as they like say, Horus, you don't need to be so rude. They just want to check on how good I work on my work. As Horace would like, kinda looked mad at Asta, but just flew up to land on his shoulder. But I always kept an close eye on the girls, so they didn't do anything to his nest, because he really felt in love with it now. And so the girls would like look at it and like touch it and everything, stretch it until it's like, wow, you really did a good job on everything. Asta was like, kind of like be red in the face, like, what? You really think so? They said like, yes, this no, I've never seen such a beautiful sewing before. You really are something else, and how you close up everything. It looks like you just continue sewing and it just ended somewhere. I was like, yeah, thank you. Snow. Asta. I said, oh well, it's not all the like, no, it's not us that would walk up to Asta. After putting down the nest, the horse would immediately go to nest now. Just walk up close to Asta. Us like, what? Us would get ready. Face like, what are you? What do you want? Us like, they was like, so who? Do you have a girlfriend? Us like, no, I don't. They would say, oh well, that's a relief. They kind of said that quietly. Asta knew that they were thinking that, because he's not dense as Asta's in canon. Asta said, well, do you mind if I ask why you wanted to know that? As the bear, no, the girls turned red in the face. Just like, it's nothing. We just wanted to know about that. I was like, I still say that if he had some feelings for someone or anything, he said, no, I don't. Like, phew. The son said, oh, guess he's truly free then. They fought on herself. Astro realized that that the girls actually had feelings for him. He said like, oh, god damn, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. As he thinks that really like, oh damn, this is just a pain in the ass, ain't. Then he calms down and starts reading all the books again. As soon as I read exactly all the books about the different nations, everything, he still wouldn't find anything about the Fairy King's Forest. Next, he was interested in reading the legends and myths about the foreign legend and myth. As then said, oh, maybe I can do something about it. I see this in this book. I says the first thing was the legend of the Demon Skull and the legend of the first Wizard King. As it explained the whole battle about it and how the Demon Skull was oscillated. Oh, so that's why the giant skull is back home, huh? Oh well. This is some pretty things, huh? As now the next thing was like then like after he read all the things about the Cloak Kingdom, the Spade Kingdom, the Heart Kingdom, and Diamond Kingdom, here I see a new like section in it stating that myths and legends about foreign countries. I was like, wow, this might be something. As then he reads all the myths. I see about to close the books, but then he sees something like the next. Oh well, I guess I can check it out. He didn't really pay much attention. He just described a land far, far away. Then I just came to like something mentioned Fairy King's Forest. I was like, then it was caught. Then that just caught Asta's attention. He now like operation like really intense. I read everything about it. So like there's a myth that it's in a distant country. As everything, as they would read everything about it. Asta would read everything about it and all that. So yeah, it's like wow. So that's basically everything that my parents told me, but that's so little they knew, and not they just think that it's myths, but it actually is true. Then he sends a letter to back home saying that he's found a book about some myth about Fair King's Forest. That's everything that they've told me, but less detailed and less. So yeah, as Elaine would see this, like, wow, they really do know about our country. I wonder how far away we are. Then also would actually continue reading book, as now it would be like a map to where they thought the country was. I was like, it's that far away? Really? So yeah, after they said that it really is that far away, really. Then this is where the part will actually end. I know this is kind of short, but keep in mind that this is actually part 2. I will do the part 3 with all the missions kind of starting on. I just need to explain everything about this now. So yeah, as don't forget to like, subscribe, like and click that. Like the video if you do enjoy. Comment down below if you want me to do another like what other what ifs you want me to continue. And also comment down below what you think I can do better next time. As for me, that yeah, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell to know. Don't forget to subscribe. It's free. It really helps me out a lot. It really does. Because when I get more subscribers, since again I gained like a huge amount. It's for me like 100 subscribers. I never imagined I would reach that limit. But since I did everything, like I felt more pushed to the better what ifs now. As I will listen more and more to everyone like that watches my videos in the comments and everything. As I encourage you now and beg you, call you to tell me what you want to change or what you like and what's all the positives and all the negatives about my videos, like what you don't like and what you like about it. So yeah, that's everything for me. Oh yeah, and don't forget to click that bell to be notified whenever I upload a new what if video. And now that's all from me. Stay safe. Peace out.